Hello, Laker Nation. Here's your host, EA Crespo. This is Perspective Log. Perspective Log X, Lakers-fandom. And before I hit the intro, I just watched an interview with Jared Dudley on Laker Nation. If you haven't seen it, I'll make sure that whenever I can to put the link to that interview. Very interesting. So this is the theme today. A lot of um, things are buzzing around. Some of the mock drafts that I've seen are crazy. I don't think people are getting it on the side of many teams. Look, this is going to be a draft that a lot of people are predicting a lot of trades. I don't know if you have seen what I have said about this. I don't think there's going to be that much trading, or at least trading in the draft is going to be hard because the expectations for this the stars of this draft is that they might not be stars at all, that they might sorry about that, they might not live up to expectations, and besides the first three, probably everybody else is not it's going to be deep. Like, there's a lot of the same quality all the way up to the second round. So to move up picks, it's going to be difficult. But we're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about that interview that Jared Dudley did on Lakers Nation. I want to touch some things there. But let's hit the intro. This is Perspective Log X, and I am your host, EA Crespo. Perspective Log X, Lakers-fandom. By the way, I don't know if you noticed on the ticker, I have my new subscribers. I'm giving a shout out to. The names are gonna come up pretty soon. If you wanna check them out, if you know them, you can tell them. If they are watching, they'll see it. Robin Rainbow, Blackamore, Pitmaster 101. All right. Thank you for joining here, subscribing to the channel. Hopefully I see you here. Maybe even have some of you as guests at any moment in the show. That could be arranged. And so let's start. So Jared Dudley was interviewed in Lakers Nation. I don't know if, I think this might have been a live, maybe a video. I don't know. It just happened. I was just looking around. I'm always looking stuff on the Lakers, and this might be even new because I haven't seen it before. I saw it like half hour ago, and one of the things that, according to Jared Dudley, are happening is Taylor Horton Tucker is showing shades of becoming a really, really good player, and he might even see around 20 minutes uh, in some games because uh, they believe in him. They see he's got a really good work ethic. He's always paying attention, and he's got the it that I've been talking about since he got um, drafted by the Lakers. And so he didn't get to show it because of the injury, because he couldn't practice. He couldn't show um, the shades of it from the beginning. And um, I'm sorry. Um, so he's saying that the kid is a hard worker, and you know the body transformation. He couldn't do that for a while, but in the moment that he had the hiatus, uh, he started working on his body, and it showed. It showed the way he looked, the way he was playing, and he's definitely. They want to get him also, and Kyle Kuzma, both of them, ready to be big contributors uh, for the season. We don't know if Kuzma is on the trading block, but one of the things I was about to talk about is that there are some news that suggest that um, Rondo wants his money, which I totally understand. KCP wants some money also, which I totally understand. And Kyle Kuzma apparently in an interview said that he wanted a substantial increase. So with the Lakers looking for assets and how to deal with the the mid level extension, um, it, it, there have been comments that they are looking at Serge Ibaka. If they get Serge Ibaka, there is a big possibility that we either won't get Dwight, and I'm not sure if we will be able to even afford um, to even to even afford Boogie. But on the upside of that, Serge Ibaka is a player that can do both things. He can um, he can be a rim protector, and he can switch um, guarding. He's good guarding perimeter, and he's 38% perimeter shooting. center, that would give so much space because now if Anthony Davis is in and they double him, Ibaka is going to be a threat. So they are going to have to gamble every time they double Anthony Davis. Now you have to somehow compensate on the defense to not leave Ibaka alone or LeBron. So if they get Ibaka, the Lakers are going to be a really, really difficult team to match. So this is, I'm sorry. This is how I see the Lakers looking right now. I think Avery Bradley is going to be in. I think Danny Green is not going to be traded unless they have to compensate for the price tag of Kuzma. Kuzma is a very inexpensive but very valuable at the same time. And Danny Green is the only player I could see in a package, but we gotta get something really big. So I'm thinking that's not gonna happen. I don't know if Kuzma is gonna be traded. It all depends on what the players want. I think Rondo should be a priority. I don't know how certain the Serge Ibaka thing is, but if not, they're going to have to find a center. I see the Lakers picking. Some people say that I just saw mock draft where they are talking about Mannion being picked by the Lakers. Could be, but another one is Cassius Winston, and I know a lot of people have heard me talking about Cassius Winston. My high on him is that he's a 43% three-point shooter, and he can play without the ball. so if we need scoring guard, he could step up as a scoring guard while LeBron play makes, or he can be the playmaker. And he's a great passer, sometimes a little bit too risky, and sometimes it costs. But even though the problem is that he looks so mature in most of his very high IQ, high basketball IQ decisions that when he makes mistakes, people forget he's still a college player. But that's how mature he is. He looks more like an NBA player than a college player. And that's why I don't think Cassius Winston gets the respect because I think in the eyes of people he gets a demand that shouldn't be there. I know he's an older he's going to be an older rookie, but he's going to be a rookie in the NBA. But the thing is, he's mature enough to make an impact in the offense, which is a place where we need a playmaker, which he is, and a spot-on shooter that he is also. And you want a guy with the highest shooter percentage from three, and he's 43, and he's consistently. It's not like a fluke. He is consistently a three-point shooter all his career. over 40 points, over 40 percent. So we should get Rajon Rondo, and we should put Cassius Winston under his wing. Taylor Horton Tucker, like Jared Dudley was saying, he's gonna get a lot of time. Some people want Terry. I think I have no problem with him. Now, I think the Lakers should buy a second draft, uh, a second round draft pick, so they can get Jordan Nora. And I know a lot of people are hooked up on Desmond Bain. If we can get Desmond Bain, oh, definitely, most definitely. But I think he's going to be picked before the Lakers can pick somebody. But we can get Jordan Nora, who is 6'7", with a 6'10", 6'11" wingspan. He produced 18 points per game, seven, almost 8 rebounds, 1.5 assists, a little bit less than one. His average is a little bit less than 1 steal per game, but it was more before. But this is the thing: he's 44% from from field goal and 40.2 from 3-point land. So if we don't get a Desmond Bain, we get a Jordan Nora, and Jordan Nora is pretty good defender on the wing, a big wing with a big wingspan, and capable scorer. He's got, I mean, he's not top 10, but he's being, the reason he's not top 10 is because he kind of was really down, and then he's being up and up and up and getting better and better and better. He is a steal. If the Lakers can get this guy on the second round and Cassius Winston on the first, we could build a young backcourt that could keep going even after LeBron James retires. And who knows? Maybe LeBron decides to stay for a few more championships. I would love that, definitely. Um, Trey Jones, I don't see him. Terry and Trey Jones, both of them, I like them. I would love to see him in Lakers uniform, but I still would put Cassius Winston. The thing is, Cassius Winston, I think you can throw him for 15 minutes in the first game, and he's gonna produce, and he's gonna be a game changer in a way, because he's gonna be unexpected, and maybe after the first month, people get to figure him out. But I think that first month, we're gonna need fresh legs, fresh people to cover a lot of the minutes. Another thing that Jared Dudley was talking about is that they are uh, putting Kuzma through watching films to play, the same discipline that and accountability that they are putting on Taylor Horton Tucker, though he was talking that even when he got in the gym, like today, Taylor Horton Tucker was already practicing, already had the weight lifting session, and already was shooting the ball. That is excellent, excellent work ethic. And I love that that is going on because I know this kid has a higher ceiling than what everybody else have predicted. And I have said it, and you have seen the videos. I'm sorry about that. I apologize for my nose. Um, I had some videos on Taylor Horton Tucker. Um, and I think he's going to be a 20 points per game player. And I think Kuzma can get back there because he was there. He was, 18, I think he was 18.9 points per game or 18.7. So, so if you get to develop Kuzma, if he starts making between 15 to 20 points per game every game that he can, he's going to be able to ask for more money. And I think the Lakers should give it to him because we stuck with him for a reason. There's a ceiling on Kuzma that we haven't seen, and I know it's there. The question have been that if that ceiling is with the Lakers, and I wish him the best if he's not going to find that in the Lakers and he can find in another team. I would like, you know, I've seen him in Laker uniform all the time. I've seen him, so it would be weird for me to see Kuzma in another team. But I don't know. There's a possibility that Kuzma, Danny Green, maybe Cook get um, to the Pacers for for Victor Oladipo. Danny Green, he still believes that the Lakers are going to pull the whole, as many people of the team back there. I think Markieff Morris should be among of them. And the reason is there's a reasoning behind that. The Lakers already know their roles. You don't want to change the winning formula because part of that winning formula is the chemistry of that team. Avery Bradley is going to be back. And that means another three-point shooter, another guy who can dribble the ball. He's not like a big distributor. He's more known for the defense, but he's a point guard. And so there's going to be, but we need Rondo. I believe we need Rondo. Even if we get Cassius Winston, we need Rondo. And if Rondo leaves, I would recommend not only getting Cassius Winston, but getting some other point guard too. But now, let's say Rondo goes, right? So the second unit would have to look like something like this: Cassius Winston and Alex Caruso as the guard, maybe Taylor Horton Tucker as small forward, Kuzma and JaVale McGee. And In the starting line, I would put Serge Ibaka and Anthony Davis with LeBron James, Danny Green, and Avery Bradley. That sounds devastating. I mean, and the thing is, like, let's say you want to rest Davis, you can have Ibaka and JaVale, or you can pull Kuzma and Ibaka, and then you have LeBron James can just cut in and get either Ibaka on a pick and roll, Ibaka on a pick and pop, or Kuzma on one of the corners too. Um, Danny Green, he's on the floor, or Alex Caruso. There's so much that you can play with. But the thing is, you want to keep most of the team. I would like to trade uh, Quinn Cook. And it's not because I don't like him. It's actually on the contrary. I like Quinn Cook, but I don't see him having enough minutes in this roster again, you know? But who knows? Who knows? He's a good shooter. He just, you know, he didn't have enough minutes to get his engine running. And that's what we are going to need. We are going to need shooters that don't need that they can just start shooting right away. And the problem with Quinn Cook is that he's more of a shooting guard, but he's usually used as a point guard. And that creates problems for him, because for him, it's not that easy to get rid of the basket. So sometimes players develop certain skills because they lack these other skills. And he's not a great passer. So what did he develop? His shooting, right? But sometimes you have to get your engine going to to have that shooting really popping up right away. And that's tough. That's tough. I don't know how his work ethic is, but I mean, the Golden State Warriors liked him, and he was in the championship with them. So I I I don't know. I don't know. I like the guy. He looks like a also like a guy you want to hang out with. So I don't know. Maybe we keep him, and in this new season we can have him doing something that he's comfortable with and he can actually do. Like, I would like to see. Well, if you have Cassius Winston and um, Quinn Cook on the backcourt, the problem is that you are not going to have much defense there. But I would like to see what he can do. But if the Lakers get the opportunity to buy a second round pick, I think one of the names, because I know there's going to be people sliding, but one of the names is Jordan Nwora, 6'7", 6'11" wingspan, 18 points per game, 44% field goals, 40.2 from 3-point line. I think that is a. There's some talks about Lakers maybe looking at Davis Bartains, but what are they going to offer? They wouldn't have to package Danny Green and Kuzma to get Barthanes probably. And I don't know um, how Berthanes' ceiling is looked at. You know, I think he's a guy with a decent ceiling. I don't know if he's there. I don't know if he needs to go. I mean, he's shooting the lights out from three. So I don't know. So let me know. Let me know what you think is going to be the team at the end. Like I said, the starting lineup for me is going to be pretty much the same. Avery Bradley, Danny Green, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, but uh, the Lakers getting Serge Ibaka. I think they might get him. Then the second unit, I would put either Rajon Rondo, hopefully he stays, or Cassius Winston, Alex Caruso, Taylor Horton Tucker, Kyle Kuzma, and JaVale McGee on the second unit. And then I would say trying to keep Markieff Morris. And if somehow we can squeeze, if we don't get well, we can maybe we can trade Danny Green and Kuzma to get Schroeder, and then Schroeder, then probably Alex Caruso would have to start. I don't know. It's gonna be. We gotta see, like I said in the other times, like if they take Cassius Winston, they might still get Schroeder, but it's unless they want to have him on the they could still get Cassius Winston, and then he would be a backup, right? But I wouldn't. I mean, if we get Cassius Winston, um, I would also use him as a spot up shooter, just because he can do that. And you never can have too many playmakers. Though we did kind of have that at certain point, but it's because our playmaker couldn't shoot threes. And but now Cassius Winston is a different. It's a different person. He's not as good as athletic as Lonzo Ball, and but they both can pass pretty good. But the advantage of Lonzo is his height and his physicality. The advantage of Cassius Winston is that he can really light it up from 3 point line. So I don't want to take more time. Like I said, if you subscribe, I'm gonna give you a shout out, and I'm gonna subscribe to you. So there you go. All right. So talk to you guys tomorrow, and I may have a guest tomorrow, hopefully, and then we'll talk a little bit more about this going into the draft. All right. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Go Lakers. Bye bye.